Well, it's getting close to hunting season again. October 1st is only 2 weeks away, and I haven't really done much to prepare for it. I've shot my bow and, made sure I'm shooting straight still, because that's a very important thing. As you witnessed last year, if you watched any of my videos, when I shot at that buck, you want your aim to be right on, which mine was, but things happen in the woods. The deer aren't a stationary target. They're a living being that makes decisions in our conscience. And as that deer was conscious enough to dodge my arrow. But anyway, so I'm gonna go scout around out in the land that I hunt, or one of the lands that I hunt, the private land that I hunt. One of the private lands that I hunt. I'm gonna go scout around that right now, today, and take you along with me. See if we can kick some deer out, and then we'll get an idea of where they're bedding, and that way I can set up in that proximity to where they're bedding. I'm sure it'll all change and evolve over the year like it usually does. The deer's habits change, their bedding areas kind of change, but we'll go out there, kind of get a feel for what's going on, and yeah, so I'll take you along with me. Goldenrods are out. I love it when I see the goldenrods, because then I know it's getting close to that deer season, and I'll be out October 1st. My dog just showed up. So I'll just make my way through the woods here and try to move kind of quietly through the woods so that I can get close enough to the deer before they jump out of their beds, so I can know where they're at. The ground's a little moist, which helps me in that. Will help me get closer, and then hopefully I kick some out, and then it'll give me an idea of what they're doing, where they're stationed up, and where I need to station up to get a shot at one. Well, this area used to be a thick pine forest. Somebody years ago planted all these pine trees that you can see here, most of which are dead now. Like that one's dead. These are all pretty much skeletons. There's some that are alive in here still, but a large majority of them have died and just toppled over, which has allowed for all this underbrush to grow, which is hard to walk through, but which is good because people don't come in here generally, and the deer can come in here and bed. That buck that I shot at last year was in this. I mean, these pines are a huge area, probably at least, like, I'm guessing like 60 acres worth of pines like this, all pretty much similar. They're all about the same age, and a lot of them are toppling over, so it has this thick underbrush of pricker briars and prickers and pokeweed, which I'll show you what pokeweed is. The pokeweed is a very fragile plant that has a group of berries, purple berries on it, which from what I've read, the birds eat them and can get drunk on them, but they stain your clothes, so you got to be careful when you're walking through it if you don't want your clothes to be stained. But I'll show you the pokeweed. We'll see a bunch of that. That's all over the place in here. So it's a lot of pokeweed and a lot of pricker bushes like this. Yeah. So I'll take you along. We'll make our way through this stuff. All right. Well, so I kind of got to make my way over a bunch of fallen logs and these pokeweeds that I'm showing you. Oh. Prickers, and this isn't even the worst of it. This is not as thick as it gets. Well, I'm in the thick of it. I'm in the thick of it all. I think I found a bed here where Nala's walking pretty much right there, and then one right here in front of me. I'm on a pretty heavily used trail right now. I'm standing on it right here. It opens up behind me and there's a dead fallen tree right over there that I'm thinking I could go sit up in that thing and get a shot through here. Here, I'll show you the tree that I'm talking about a little better. I don't know if you can see it in the background, but it's right back over here. Whoa. You see it back there? That fallen tree. And then I'd come in from the back side of it and maybe get up in there. It looks like I could sit right up in the limbs. So I'll go check that out here. Oh, yes. Something's up here. Been going up and down here. There's a bunch of poop. Lots of berries. Tons of poop. Holy mackerel. Make sure there's nothing living up in here a second. Yeah, something's coming up and down this. Can you hear me? I'm pretty far away. Something's coming up and down here. There's poop here, poop all the way down that thing. Anyway, I could probably sit like right in here. That's not so bad. And when one comes in, I could just lean against it like so. When one comes in, schwap. But the hard part is I don't want to walk through there. To get to here, I'd have to come around this back side here. So we'll investigate that, see if there's a way to get here than up here. I might have to come through, get on this limb, go down there, get back up, and then come back this way. I might try that this year. I don't know, I'm probably up about 15 feet, maybe a little higher. But yeah. There's enough cover behind me to block my form, I think. Enough cover over there that I can get my bow back before they come into where I can shoot at them. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. Even if they come from that way, which I doubt, because over that way there's more houses. I'm gonna try it. The wind direction generally is blowing like this. So it'd be perfect for the wind, the deer coming that way, coming out of all that crap. Question is, can they see me when they're bedding in there? They'll hear me for sure, because this bark on this tree is like all crunchy. I'm gonna give it a go probably though. That'd be kind of nice. Nice change. Oh. This is where I'd come up, right here. Just gotta move some of that stuff out of the way so I can get through there quick, easily. Get over there, see if I can get over there. Still up on this tree here. Yeah. show you. I'm down on the lower section of it. That's the part I walked up on, right here. Right here, you can step up on this branch right there, then walk up it. See, now I'm on that branch that I was pointing at. Walk up it, walk down there, and then get up on this part. And I can get around here pretty easily on the back side. Around the back side here, I'm just, see, it opens up a bit. I can get around here, I think. Not real easy, but I can do it. It'll be doable. Well, I'm gonna have to take a machete out here because I am trapped in here. I'll show you how I'm trapped in here. I'll take a machete, clear this out through here so I can get around the backside, because I want to come in over that way because the deer bed in over this way. So I want to avoid this as much. I got to make it as quiet as I can to get in here. And so I'll get the machete out here, clear some of this out, just enough so I can crawl underneath it and get through, then make my way out and in. So I'll do that later. I won't do that today. I'm still on that backside of that fallen tree that I was up in, and this is part of it that is right by the ground. You can see the deer have been browsing on it. See how that's eaten off at the end, at the tips? All the tips of this tree are eaten off. I think this tree's still alive, so I don't know how long it's going to be alive for, but it's still alive. I'm pretty sure this tree fell down last year or maybe the year before. Well, I'm out of the drainage, I'm out of the thickness over here. It's probably like 30 acres or so over that way. And down here is a drainage ditch. And then beyond that over there is just more of this, but even more of it. There's probably a good, I don't know, 50, 60 acres of this stuff. And it's all pretty much like all this. And then there's cornfields on either side of it, and then some wood, normal like hardwoods forests in some areas and stuff like that. Well, that'll be the end of this video. Thanks for coming along with me, kind of show you what I do, just to get an idea of what's going on in the woods. It'll take a whole lot more of observation as the year progresses, but just kind of something to give me somewhat of an idea of what I'm going to do for the year. But it always changes, you know. It always changes as I go. There's a great blue heron on the far side of this pond here. I only held my 55mm lens here, so you probably can see it, but it's a little dot on my screen. Here, I'll make it fly probably here when I walk up to it. There it goes. There's a buck print. See the weight behind it? There's a lot of weight behind that. There's quite a few series of them here that I saw. There's just one example of them. I might have just kicked it out as I was walking around through all that thick stuff, because now I'm back out in kind of more of the open, if you want to call this the open. But anyway, that's it for this video. Saw that great blue heron and these prints on the way back out. Thanks for watching.